Close your eyes and let the timeline strictly dissolve. We live in a world defined by a great tragedy, the fall of Rome. We accept that history must have a dark age, 1,000 years where progress stopped, where libraries burned, and engineering was lost. But ask yourself, what if the flame never went out? What if the Roman Empire never fell, but simply continued? Imagine waking up in the year 2026, but not the one you know. In this reality, there was no interruption in human ingenuity. The engineers who built the Pantheon didn't vanish. They taught their children. For 2,000 years, uninterrupted, humanity has polished the art of civilization. Welcome to the timeline we missed. Here, the cities do not look like gray cages of steel and glass that rust after 50 years. They are white, majestic, and eternal. They are built on the Roman philosophy of firmitas, utilitas, Venusta's strength, utility, and beauty. Let's walk through the streets of this alternate future. The first thing you notice is the air. It is clean. The buildings around you are massive, scraping the sky, but they are not made of cold steel. They are built with advanced Roman concrete, a mixture of volcanic ash and lime that we are only rediscovering today. In our world, concrete crumbles. In this world, it lives. This material gets stronger when touched by rain or seawater. These skyscrapers have stood for 500 years, yet they look brand new. There is no constant construction noise, no repairing of crumbling bridges. The infrastructure of this world is immortal, freeing humanity from the cycle of constant repair. Look at the design. The Romans knew how to cool buildings without electricity. These towers are designed as wind catchers, funneling cool breezes through marble atriums. Even in the heat of summer, the city feels like a cool cavern. It is a concrete jungle, yes, but it breathes like a living organism. Housing is dense, but humane. The concept of the insula, the apartment block, has evolved into vertical villages. Each floor has shared gardens, baths, and courtyards. Urban isolation doesn't exist here. The city is designed for community, not just for storing people in boxes. Listen closely. Beneath the hum of the city, there is a constant, soothing sound. The sound of running water. In our timeline, we burn fossil fuels to pump water against gravity. Here, the aqueduct never became a ruin. It became the ultimate power source. Massive, multi-tiered aqueducts, hundreds of feet high, span the continents. They are the veins of the world. They deliver fresh glacial water to every home solely through the power of gravity. But they do more. They are the power grid. Advanced hydrokinetic turbines sit inside these aqueducts. The relentless flow of water generates clean energy for the entire empire. There are no coal plants choking the sky. Just the endless clean flow of water powering the lights, the heating, and the industries of 1 billion people. Sanitation is absolute. The Cloaca Maxima was just the beginning. In this 2026, waste is whisked away instantly by powerful underground currents, filtered through wetlands, and returned to the earth. Diseases born of filth were eradicated centuries ago. The cities smell of pine, marble, and rain. We pride ourselves on the internet, but Rome invented the network long before us. The cursus publicus, the state courier system. If this system had evolved for 2 millennia, the concept of logistics would be unrecognizable today. Imagine the Roman roads, but modernized. Perfectly flat, self-healing surfaces that stretch from Scotland to India, from Africa to China. On these roads, autonomous carts move goods with clockwork precision. There is no traffic, only flow. A global supply chain that never breaks. And communication? They might not have used silicon chips, but they would have mastered light. A global network of optical towers using mirrors and lenses, flashing complex codes across continents at the speed of light. an optical internet connecting the Senate in Rome to the provinces in Asia instantly. This means knowledge is shared, not hoarded. The great libraries never burned. The medical discoveries of Galen were improved upon, not forgotten. In this world, the cure for plagues, the maps of the stars, and the laws of physics are common knowledge, accessible to all citizens of the empire. Let's look outside the cities. The Romans were, at their heart, farmers. They loved the land. In this timeline, the Green Revolution didn't happen with toxic chemicals, but with geoengineering. They didn't fight the land, sculpted it. Entire mountain ranges have been terraced, turning useless peaks into hanging gardens of wheat and vines. Deserts in North Africa have been reclaimed by massive irrigation projects, turning the Sahara into the breadbasket of the world again. Farming is automated, but not by digital AI. It is powered by wind and water mechanics. Intricate clockwork machines sow and harvest the fields. It is a world of abundance. Famine is a concept found only in history books, solved by logistics and engineering 1,000 years ago. And because they view the land as a resource to be managed for eternity, climate change as we know it never happened. They didn't burn the forests, they farmed them. They maintained the balance of the atmosphere with the same discipline they maintained their legions. If the Dark Ages had been avoided, humanity would be 1,000 years ahead of where we are now. Think about that. We discovered steam power in the 1700s. In this timeline, Hero of Alexandria's steam engine was developed in the year 100 AD. By the year 1000, they would have had flight. By 1500, computers based on complex gears like the Antikythera mechanism. By the time we were fighting World War I in our timeline, they would have been landing on the moon. Today, in this alternate 2026, humanity is likely a multiplanetary species. Mars is not a distant dream. It is simply another province of the empire. Terraformers are already there, turning the red planet green, just as they did with the deserts of Earth. Geopolitically, the world is not fractured. There are no borders drawn by recent wars. There is a sense of civitas, citizenship, a global identity. While not perfect, it is a world where collaboration is easier than conflict. It is painful to wake up from this dream, to look at our rusting bridges and feel the heat of our cities. We cannot change the past, the timeline is set. But the dream of Rome is not just about the past. It is a challenge for the future. It teaches us that we can build things that last, that we can engineer our way to balance, that the golden age is not behind us, but something we can still build, stone by stone. The empire may have fallen, but the blueprint remains.